Good afternoon, everybody. Jill here with North Texas Vegetable Gardening Canning Recipes. A little bit of everything. It's Deja doo-doo. About this time last year, I was standing out here in this high tunnel next to my seeds. You can go back and check the video out. And we are 72 degrees right now and under a winter storm warning, or watch, a winter storm watch, starting at 6 p.m. tomorrow night. Now they are expecting rain to roll in here tomorrow, and it's supposed to rain all day. And our local weather stations aren't really giving us a good timeline. They keep changing their minds, and they don't want to commit on what the expectations of precipitation is going to be here for us. But they keep changing their minds to some degree. But my prediction is that it's going to roll through here much earlier. I think it's going to roll through here around 5 or 6 p.m. tomorrow and start changing over to freezing rain and sleet. And they are also saying that they don't expect us to be below freezing longer than about 44 to 48 hours. My prediction is about 72 hours, especially for outlying areas. The reason why I say that is because my work is about 25 minutes from here, and there is a 10-degree temperature difference between my home and my work. And so I really expect that we will be below freezing starting tomorrow, late afternoon, early evening, until probably sometime Saturday. And that's what I'm predicting. So we have gotten just about as prepared as we can. Greg worked on the generator yesterday and got it going, made sure it was going to run. We did have a load of firewood delivered last week, so we have about 2 cords. Don't expect that we're going to use that, but we have it just in case. We're not expecting our electricity to go out, but I'll tell you, our electric company and our water company has already kind of sent some warning emails out to me. And there are caveats to not losing electricity or water. And those caveats are the wind turbines need to keep going, which I'm not sure that they've winterized them down here like they do up north. Last year they froze up. And the other caveat is natural gas from the Permian Basin going to be able to make it here. Now ERCOT has said they are ready, but they're only ready if those 2 things are okay. The news is not reporting that. So we are prepared just in case the electricity does go out. We're going to conserve as much as we can. We have 2 fireplaces in the house. We will get those going. We have some electric blankets that we will use so we can turn our thermostat down and conserve energy and not run our big unit. Be sure and fill up your gas tanks, guys, in case you have to stay warm in your car. My kids did last year. You may remember that they had to spend the night in their car. And but don't, guys, do not do that in your garage. I know that should go without saying, but we had almost 300 people in Texas die last year during that winter storm. And some people, it was carbon monoxide poisoning. Do not get in your car and run it with the heat on in your garage. You need to drive it out, take it out to your driveway. Also, make sure you have cash on hand in case the electricity does go out. You're not going to be able to use your debit card if you need anything. Let's see. Got my hand warmers in my truck because I do have to go into work tomorrow. But I think I'll probably head home a little early and finish out my day. So gasoline, money. Make sure you have flashlights and candles and firewood, of course, if you have fireplaces. What else? There's so much more. I know there is. To make sure that you're prepared for what goes on. Don't leave your dogs, don't leave your animals outside. And if you do, go out there with them and stay. That's how I feel about it. And so make sure that your animals are safe. Make sure that your livestock watering troughs do not freeze over. And if they do, make sure your livestock, your chickens or anything else you might have, has plenty of running water, because cold air does dry us all out, even the animals. Now we are expecting rain, but Greg is out there right now watering everything down because we do not want, a wet freeze is way better than a dry freeze, so we want to make sure that that is all taken care of. So water your things if we don't get a lot of rain tomorrow. We're not sure maybe an inch and a half, which we'll take. We desperately need rain right now. Cover any tender plants that you have outside. Last year I threw an old bedspread over our onions that were outside, and they fared very well. They were fine. So make sure you cover any of your early tenderlings up and keep them warm should we have an extended freeze. And guys, I really believe that we're going to. So during that -3 degrees last year, this seed table did just fine, and we expect it to do fine again. So Greg will pull this plastic down, and we've got the heating pads underneath to keep our seeds safe during this blast. The high tunnel is still looking good. We have cabbage, we have broccoli, carrots, onions, shards. Some of that may get nipped, but I really expect it to be okay. Be sure and leave your faucets dripping, guys, and if you can, remove your water hoses from your outdoor faucets and put them somewhere where they can stay warm in the event you need to water some of your plants. We have to because they're in the high tunnel, but if your plants are outside, you're not going to have to. That's just something we're thinking about. So drip your faucets, open your cabinets. We do have that forced air heater that we can use to shoot up under our house because we are up off the ground, and we want to make sure that our pipes do not freeze, and we will use that forced air heater to shoot hot air up underneath the house to keep our pipes from freezing. So most likely we'll be working remote both Thursday and Friday, and I know a lot of you are still working remote from the mess. But in the event that you're not, and you're home, iced in or snowed in, we think it's going to be more ice, which is more treacherous. Get you some board games out, get you some jigsaw puzzles out, and do that with your family and spend some time with your family. I think they may be minimizing the threat. That just is my gut feeling. I hope they're not. I hope that they're right. But the Farmer's Almanac nailed this right on the head, and we have been watching. It's the same pattern that we had last year, with the exception of we are very dry. But you guys be safe and stay tuned and look for maybe that forecast to change, for things to happen a little bit earlier if you're here in North Texas. They're saying to the northwest and to the northeast of the Metroplex, the DFW Metroplex, it's going to be treacherous, but honestly, I think it's going to be treacherous all over. So get ready. Get ready for our first big winter storm this year. Not sure what the rest of February is going to bring for us. I suspect it might be mild, but we'll see. Anyway, take care, God bless, and we will keep you updated on what's going on here. Be sure and get prepared. Love you guys. See you soon.